All right. That is the word from the control tower, Jeremy. We got the word to get wheels up in the air. We are running fashionably late, but we are going to do everything we can to get this plane off the ground quickly. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to another Saturday night edition of a couple of RC addicted dudes hanging out here. Little good cop, bad cop, the yin and the yang. What is different? What is the same? And what we've been doing all week long. I am Mike with my good friend and co-host Jeremy. How are you, sir?
Doing fantastic.
Now, Jeremy, we were test flying. We're doing a test flight tonight with your YouTube channel. Can you get confirmation? It is streaming there.
It appears to be working.
So we are breaking every algorithm. We are breaking every rule book out there. This is freaking fantastic, and that's how it's done. Able to stream over and link to other channels and platforms and get people from your channel rocking subscriber after subscriber over there on YouTube. You are growing quickly in a short time period. I have this internal timestamp of when you retired. It's kind of like the rocket taking off, and we knew it would happen. You're a deadly weapon now. On social media, let me be clear, because people could take that in two different meanings.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of guy, but
okay.
Yeah, so I've been dabbling pretty good. I got about 100-ish videos up in 3 months. Some of them are doing pretty good. Learning what I need to know about how all this works and how people love or hate YouTube. But yeah, I'm trying to be like more of a resource channel, ideas and how to or why not to.
And it would work very well on here or on your YouTube channel to use the comments. Leave the questions if you want to know, or you're coming up with stuff that you're thinking of. But honestly, if there's somebody out there wants to see you do something, you're asking people to put that request out. Like, let me know. I will cover it. And if I don't have it, I'll get it.
I'll get it one way or another. As you can see, I have a wide array of vehicles to choose from Kyosho snow, what are they called, blizzards, down to the brand new Red Cat stuff. So I got the little 18th Red Cat, and I got the Red Cat Fusion, which are pretty cool.
They
mostly everyday stuff. So I got a truck, I got a fat rod. So I'm working through those. So a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to sum you up in a nutshell. It's always been a little bit of everything.
Yep.
So just a side little note. I know we're going out of order here tonight, but this is one of those things that you turned me on to. Now the lighting's blinding it out. It's that Muse, the MB-24 that looks sort of like the monster truck.
Yeah.
We got the plain Jane one.
That's what I got.
Doll it up yourself.
Yep.
What a sweet little deal to take one of your 24 scales and just completely, there it is. Yep. So did you do that? Obviously you did that paint job. Very simple. Yep. Done up for.
Yeah, I'll have this out at Badlands. So it's I got portal axles because portals.
Yep.
Yeah. Did a little Badlands build for the 24s out there.
What tires?
These are, oh my gosh.
Are they Trail?
Yeah.
Those are the Trails.
Yeah. Yep.
No, it looks great. I was just absolutely amazed for the price for like $35
Yeah,
shipped.
and
I
it's
mean,
uses
dude,
the
come
stock
on.
electronics and a little bit of Reef's brass bling in there for the servo.
Oh, check that out.
Goes well with the gold and red paint scheme. So it's all because that's how I build stuff. It's got to match. It's got to look great.
It looks
Fire
fantastic.
in the back.
I
So,
know.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a cool little thing. So I think that's a perfect little example of you ask, you'll get it. You're always a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So that showed up. So I do see Fishing Bill is here. We are hoping that our guest from, what is it, Jeremy? Crawl for a Cure?
A crawl for hope.
Crawl for Hope. I'm never going to get that right. Well, because there was an RC for a Cure, and I'm hoping they get a little clarification on this tonight, because I think it is a merge of the two. I think they basically absorbed that foundation under this, and I'm hoping that's why I'm messing it up in my head. But I do have a little fun note here. So, have you ever gotten this magazine before? We have a local flea market near us that covers old magazine stands, back issues of different things. But what caught my attention in this one-to-one, this is for the real guys. This is for the Desmond Moonies that are out there rocking it in the full-size stuff. But as you flip through this edition, even the full-size guys are geeking out over. They did a little plug in here for the SCX6.
Yeah.
For 6 scale stuff. So it's really great to see the RC community growing, and it makes sense that it lands in a magazine like this if you got a full-size one. Hoping, when you're at these crawling parks with the full-size trucks, what are those guys doing? They're looking over at your trucks, Jeremy, geeking out, like, I want to play with that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of time the full-size guys, they'll get in a line and somebody will be trying, to do something, and it might take them, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, but then you have a line of 6 or 7 guys. They break out RCs, and, can't blame them. It's better than just sitting there, waiting.
Waiting.
Gives them something to do, and plus they get to geek out and make one like their own full-size, so that's always cool. And I see a lot of YouTubers do it, like Fab Rats. They play with RCs. I think they just got a 5B recently. Somebody sent them a 5B HPI.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, 5th scale. So big one. I know Trailmater. I know he comps with his stuff, and his little girl. I mean, they did a video where all his guys are comping and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It's good to see it.
I love it. Yeah. Very cool. Have you ever heard of something called Micromark?
Micromark? Yeah.
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 Bro.
Hey, it reminds me, I got to interrupt you for a second. You know why you don't date a girl that collects magazines?
Why do you not date a girl that collects magazines?
Because she's got issues.
So you took our dumb joke of the day segment right there. All right.
You led in with magazine stuff.
I'm crossing this one off the list. No, you covered it. I'll save my dumb joke for next week. That's freaking good. I know we're not a movie review, but I went into the Friday night movie with the wife last night with both fists up, fighting it, like swearing I'm going to hate this. I wanted to hate this movie at my dying breath, and it won me over. Have you seen the new Wonka movie?
I have.
Bro, I know everybody keeps telling me it's a musical. No, come on. It's so much more than a musical.
Like, it's a musical, but it's good. I mean,
it was good.
The storyline was actually pretty good. It was easy to follow. I'm not like a big musical person, but Sound of Music and Wonka are like right at the top because they're the only two I've ever seen.
it won me over. I woke up this morning thinking, gosh, that was not that bad. I actually enjoyed it. Yeah. So the new Wonka did not disappoint.
Yep.
So in fun note here, we do have a couple of birthdays to celebrate, and then what we're going to do is bring Fishing Bill in because he's hanging out in the green room right now. Bill, I see you there. Be patient. Bill has been, well, no surprise, Bill's been a very busy man, and I know he's got a couple of updates that he wanted to share from I think he had some sales or something going on right now, some things he wanted to mention that are happening. Definitely a worthwhile mention for him to talk about that. So this day in history, Apple Computer was started today. In 1976, Apple Computer was founded. That's a fun fact for you. And what was the other one I gave you earlier? Oh, here's one. In 1918, this day in history, daylight savings time was officially kicked off, and the United States went on to set the clocks 1 hour ahead. So 1918, I want to go back in time and strangle them people for even starting this nonsense.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm getting a time machine and going back to 1918 now. I now have the date and time where I am going with my time machine. Celine Dion and Piers Morgan and Eric Clapton are celebrating birthdays today, in case you did not know that.
Did not know.
It's always fun to have those fun little Snapple facts. Hey, listen, if nothing else, when you come to the Rat Show, you're going to learn something. So Cody Arnold, how are you? What's up, buddy? We got Cody Arnold over there. We got Tyler's here.
Yep.
Why don't we make some room for Fishing Bill to come on here with us? Bill, get yourself decent. We're going to bring Bill in, and while Bill is here, I'm going to shoot a message over to our guest and find out where he is at. Or am I supposed to keep that secret? Is that supposed to be stuff happening behind the scenes?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's why I figured.
We'll call it transparency. We'll see.
Full disclosure on everything.
Yep.
All right. So, Bill, we're going to make some room for you. So I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to slide this up here. Bear with me here. I swear I'm going to get a new mouse one of these days. It's either the mouse or it is me. We'll call it a little of both. Hide this. Boom. And we're going to bring him on the stage. And we're going to make him center stage.
There he is.
Billy.
Hey, Bill.
Hi,
do you have? Oh, he's got audio. We hear him loud and clear. What is going on, Bill?
How are you, gentlemen? You're back?
We are back. We are back. We've been like 2 or 3 weeks now. We've been trying to keep consistent. Things are happening right now. We have plenty of things to update. You know what it is? I think you get into the winter build season along with the holidays and everything else. Just life happens in December and January, and now things are happening for the better that are all RC related. I know your business is booming with the paint jobs. We've got tons of cool stuff happening here. You should see the box that just showed up here about an hour ago. Way bigger than I ever expected it to be. But we absorbed the inventory from Crawler Vault. So anybody that remembers or has been to a USTE is quite familiar with the Patch Man. I maybe that's what they call him, the Patch Guy. Definitely made a mark in the RC world making patches. Well, we are now going to have all of his patches up on the Carry-All site to kind of go a la carte with your bag, or maybe just want to buy patches, and they are here. The box is bigger and heavier, so we have things to talk about every week here, Bill. But I know you've got things to talk about. You've been a busy little beaver.
You know, I've got a couple things I'm excited about, and good to be back. Unfortunately, the winter build season I did not take advantage of, and so now I'm trying to get my stuff done for Beat the Creek. and I have bodies for everybody that I'm trying to get done for Beat the Creek. So my stuff will have to wait till the week before, and I'll be thrashing like a madman, unfortunately. But speaking of Beat the Creek, have you seen these yet, Mike and Jeremy?
I've seen them floating around.
Those
This
are
is-
cool.
Yeah.
Lanyards by Tony is doing these hats. He's taking pre-orders for these. It's got
So
his
is
hat-
it a leather, like a leather patch?
patch is a leather engraved patch on the front.
Nice.
And we've got a few different ones. This is the Beat the Creek with my heartfelt state of Kentucky. So I had to get that one. He's also got a moonshine jug, I believe, and I think 2 others.
Yeah.
But he has a lot of colors. It's a quality hat. It's an 8 rib, which I don't know if you guys know what that means,
Yeah.
but seeing on the bill just makes it a much more stout bill. So I've got 2 of his actual hats without Beat the Creek on it. I've had for a year now, and they look brand new. So great hats. He's taking pre-orders. He will have some at Beat the Creek, but this is a nice looking Beat the Creek hat, in my opinion.
So where do we go? To his, does he have Facebook? Where are we finding him?
Yeah, you can find him on Facebook. Lanyards by Tony. You can find him on Instagram. Again, Lanyards by Tony LLC. You can go directly to his website, www.lanyardsbytony.com. Go into his page, and he has links for apparel, and he has his hats on there. Nice thing is you can get them delivered at Beat the Creek, or you could pay for some shipping. Another thing, use hashtag #FishingBill with no G, and on your lanyard orders, and you can get a special discount that I won't disclose at this point in time. But get on there, put in that hashtag.
Well, that is super duper cool. So what I'm going to do while you guys are talking, I'm going to make a little ticker right up here at the bottom of the screen, updating this hashtag #FishingBill. Use that promo code with Lanyards by Tony. Lanyards by Tony. Fantastic. So are you going to get all these paint jobs done in time?
I kind of pride myself on that. I had one. I did a hard body, actually. I'm finishing up a hard body today, and I don't do many of those. But get that one done, and I think I've got 2 more to do before Beat the Creek. So get those done. One of those is a special job I'm really going to take my time on. But I think I've knocked out 10 already this year. I was going to try and keep it to 1 or 2 a month, but obviously I've blown that out of the water. So we'll see if I can beat my 49 for the year.
49 paint jobs in a year. Is that what you did last year in 23?
That's what I did last year. Yep. I really don't want to get that high. That's not a goal for me, to be honest with you, because then you're just thrashing. I like to take my time, make sure they're right. I pride myself on clean lines, pretty colors. I don't do much patina. And again, I don't do many hard bodies, but I've done 2 of them already this year. So people are wanting them. I can give you a little sneak peek of this one.
We like sneak peeks.
This one I'm working on the clear on. I've got about 4 coats of clear on it right now. But I wanted to give homage to that classic Toyota stripes.
Oh yeah.
But I
Oh,
did them
sick.
a little bit. Did them a little different.
Yeah. Well done.
And then the bed's all black. But I had to do something a little different to it instead of just the same stripes that everybody gets. That has been popular paint theme this year, are the Toyota stripes. I've done it on, I think, 3 different cliffhangers this year. Well, between this year and last year. So
I like it.
I do like
That's
it. I like to do different stuff.
You got an element sitting there in front of you.
I do. It's a gatekeeper. This is for Mr. Eric Snover. Again, want to do something different, so I brought out the junior mortician body. So he asked me to mount it for him.
You don't hear much about the Gatekeeper anymore.
I love it. It's an absolutely great platform. I know it's different for a lot of people with the trailing arms back there, but man, what a great platform. You can really adjust it to your driving style, especially the builder's kit. I really enjoyed that.
Well, they were coming. They came out with them so fast with the Ecto, the Zool. Like they were rapid fire there with the trailing arm platform.
I agree.
And there's, they don't change a whole lot between them, but the bodies people geek out over. And I think something will be happening over there very soon. Before Beat the Creek, we'll see something. That if I know their MO, if we know the Element MO, they will have something landing in plenty of time for Beat the Creek that people will be able to get out there and look at for sure.
I am sure of that. Matter of fact, I would imagine usually before Beat the Creek, they usually have some special pricing on stuff too. So I'm really looking forward to that. I can take advantage of it.
If I have my time clock, my internal time clock right, I think the Scratch and Weather was about this time last year in time for Beat the Creek. Because that's the one we took. No, I might have been the year before. That's right. Never mind. It's been out longer than we thought.
Speaking of Beat the Creek,
did you, Mike?
I didn't go. No. What happened last year? I forget what the heck happened. Oh. Trevor Rushford, why aren't you watching the show? He's texting me. I'm going to yell at him.
I'm about to shout him out. Because that's
I know. Well, and that's why I wanted to get him here tonight, was really to kind of dive a little deeper into what you guys are doing next week. Because it's a big deal, this whole... I mean, I hate to steal it from him, and I know when he was on Operation 11 Charlie a couple weeks ago, was that the main reason why to kind of tee up what's happening with this? And it's Ness?
Northeast Trophy Series.
Okay.
So he wasn't on for that. That was part of it, but annually we bring him on 11 Charlie for just to see what he's up to, because it's usually something wild.
Right. Yeah. If he's not doing if he's not reeling for 52 hours or 48 hours, or he's got some trick up his sleeve all the time. He's an animal.
10 days on top of a mountain in the winter.
Right.
He's doing all kinds of craziness. But yeah, next weekend, next Saturday, I'll be recovering from that event at a hotel, hopefully, before I drive back home. So we'll
just enough time to rest up for Beat the Creek.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure.
Yep. So it's all like trophy truck stuff. So geeky scale. I made all kinds of stuff that I don't normally use, but I think I'll get used to using it, like snatch blocks and some other tackle for winching and ropes and some stuff like that, because I don't know what he's going to throw at us. It's like a buddy team event. So you and the other person have to communicate well in order to do well. So it's going to be an interesting thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I am yelling at our guest right now. It's exactly what we thought. It's not 8 p.m. It's only 5:28 where I am.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's
we'll have to reschedule him another time. That's okay. What we did want to. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Say it again. I talked over you.
So, are you guys ready for Beat the Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no. No.
Yeah. No.
No. Not even close.
So I have event trucks set up for.
I know.
This one coming next weekend. I have it for Beat the Creek. I have Axial Fest and oh God, what's the one after Axial Fest? Indiana. And I have
Recon.
Stages. What's that? Recon.
Recon.
So I got trucks and stages, and thankfully they're not all the same platform, and I have enough of them that I can do that with. So I don't have to keep retaking and refixing and all that stuff.
And not to mention, you look cool as hell showing up at all these different events with a different
All
truck.
different
every time.
trucks.
That's
I'm
what-
more of a run what you brung guy.
Yeah.
Grab a bunch of trucks, take them down and run them.
Yeah. But I do a lot of show trucks for other companies too. So, you know, I try to support the people that are flying into the events that, you know, they don't have the ability to bring a bunch of display vehicles or whatnot. So I do support them as well with rigs, if they want them. I don't push them. I'm not a rig pusher. But yeah, I'll have a couple in the castle. I'll have a couple over boom racing, a couple with reefs. So
Nice.
Yeah. You are a busy man, but yeah, no question. Between the boom and the axial and all the different events, it's definitely cool to see what you are definitely bringing. And sometimes it's really cool if you look super duper close. This is my little Easter egg to everyone. I promise you, if you study Jeremy's trucks, I promise you, you're going to find an Easter egg in there somewhere. A lot of times it's something that's not even out yet. He's usually beta testing something in plain sight in front of people. Like, they don't even realize it. It's, that was the time I had the copperhead out and nobody knew it.
yeah, ran a copperhead with electrical tape over the top of it, so now you can see
Yeah.
the gold showing
No.
through.
Oh, that is so good.
You got to do that sometime.
Yeah, you do. You got to push some of this stuff through its paces in plain sight, but try it out to be a spectacle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
That is, you know what, Bill? Why we have you here? I'm gonna, Cody. We got Glenn. Oh, Dreamer's here. What's going on, buddy? So why we got Fishing Bill here? I want to let you guys in on a little tip, or let me ask you and everybody in the comment in the peanut gallery. I want to know, show of hands or comment, whatever it's going to take there. Has anyone ever ordered from a site called Temu? Temu. Temu.
No,
Have you ever seen this yet?
you can't
My
help but
wife
see it.
So no, this isn't X-rated. It's not perverted. But I did stumble across this Temu, probably in an algorithm. It sent it to me on my Instagram wall or something. And I'll tell you, for the first year or two, I ignored it. Yes, sir. Yeah. So yeah, please don't let me be the only one here that's ever ordered from it all the time. See, thank you.
We
Don't
got
let
a
me
few
be the only
people-
one.
We got a few people saying that they order all the time.
Okay.
And, yeah.
my
Now,
wife
listen,
has quite a bit.
I was nervous. You know, my wife and I are Amazon Prime loyalists. You know, our Amazon Prime drivers basically here 3 or 4 times a day. eBay, all the easy stuff where you see this. Temu. The reason why I did it is it's dirt freaking cheap. It's almost comical. For like $1.50 you're buying this stuff, and I thought there's no possible way on this earth this can be $1.50. Well, sometimes it's a dud. It doesn't always work. So here's one we can laugh at. So I saw this very cool scale camera. So in the photograph, I'm like, oh, dude, that looks like a great little camera to set up on a dashboard of a car. I get it. And watch this. It even
Oh wow.
has a
Nice.
flash. The problem is it's 6 scale. The only place that this even remotely has a chance is maybe in the front seat of the Jeep. So $1.50 lost. Dud. It's way too big, but it is kind of cool. So what is a home run is these bicycles have come light years. So if for you BMX fans, like working gyro, axle pegs, the gyro works. I mean, the level of detail, $6. It's die-cast metal, pegs, rubber tires, $6. For
If I
you
played with
road,
balls, that'd be cool.
for you road guys, with the disc, like, how cool is that? You never see them with the disc on the back anymore. Well, I guess you do in the Olympics. They got downhill bikes, BMX. All these were like $6 or $7. I mean, we've seen downhill bikes before, but just the level of detail put into these at a very, you go on Amazon to buy the same bike, you're staring down a $20 bill every time. So Temu, the downside is you've got to wait for it. Free shipping, and you're thinking China, how long is it going to take? But I'm telling you, a week flies by, especially when you get some Temu in your cart in like a pipeline. That it doesn't feel as long. Like, so my next week order, I'm already waiting on, so it feels like they're out of sync. The thing I just ordered isn't coming yet, but I have this pipeline going where it feels like Temu stuff's coming.
Is that like the drive behind continuous ordering for Temu? It's like, hey, you got to wait a week, so you got this lead time, you forget what you got.
Yeah, you forget what you got.
Surprise.
Two of them. Yeah, surprise. Well, that does happen. Surprise, I ordered them last week and it showed up again and, I already have that. Oh, crap. So you got to be patient, but I am telling anyone, if you are on the fence about this Temu, do not be afraid. Do not be hesitant. Now, and again, there are some things that are total duds. You've got to read the descriptions. You've got to read, like Wonka says, read the small print. Read the small
print.
So that's my warning on your Temu. Read the small print. Now, hang on 1 second. Sean, can you hear me? If you can hear me, Sean, wave your hand. Okay, so Sean's here. All right, Sean's in the green room. He was at dinner with his family because it's only 5:30 on the West Coast. So we're going to
didn't rush him out at dinner.
I told him, dude, we can reschedule this another time, but he insisted. But he is excited to come on here because we've got some Carryall RC stuff that we need to talk about. Bill, we'll have you back again probably in a week or so because we're going to probably be putting out some public updates on what you've been doing on the Carryall side. And probably by that point, you'll have your Fishing Bill edition to flex and show off.
I love flexing.
You do love flexing. We all love the flex. What the clock on the wall? I realize it doesn't work here. The clock on the wall over there says it's time for you to go, Bill.
Gentlemen, have a good night.
Take care, Bill. We'll see you soon.
All right, Bill. Keep up the good work, Bill.
See you, boys.
See you.
All right, we removed him. Now you're all big. Run! Jeremy, front and center. All right, Jeremy, I'm going to get you out of the way. All right, we're going to bring him in right away. Let's bring our man of the hour in. Sean, get yourself decent.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Sean, how are you?
It's funny, dude. I set everything up and I told my wife I'm going to go out to dinner. I got to be home by 7:30. I had the garage all set up, lights set up, chair, table. And then I saw your message and I was like, what is he talking? Oh, no. And my wife was like, he was talking Easter time, wasn't he? And I was like, yeah. So I truly apologize, guys, if I held you up at all. I was out to dinner and I said, no, if I'm supposed to be on, I'm getting on as soon as I can. So here I am.
All right. We're all good.
We appreciate that. You can blow off Mike anytime for a family dinner. Just so you know.
They totally understand. They understand that this event and these things that we're doing for the event are very important to me and my wife. So she's like, go handle it. Go get in the car and do it.
Cool.
All right. We'll promise you we will try and get you back in time for dessert. That is our promise. What is our time check here? We're probably about 20 and 9, so we'll do this right. Sean, Jeremy Kilburn sitting here. This is my first time meeting you. We've had plenty of time to talk over the last couple of weeks about everything you've been doing. Do me a favor. Why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are, what your mission is, and why we had you on here.
Okay. So I started RCing about 15 years ago, and I got out of it when I had my oldest daughter. Now she's 12. When COVID hit, a couple of my buddies got into RC, and I thought, hey, this is going to be a good thing. I want to get my daughters into it. I really had fun with it. So I started slowly with a little 24, and as you all know, that grows very quickly. So and then we got with a couple of my friends, and we always want to give back. Any hobby we've ever been in, we've tried to do some kind of event to give back to either a foundation or somebody that is struggling that may not have the sources that they need. So a lot of us got together, well, a couple of us got together and said, with a Crawl for the Cure stopping, why don't we start something that's similar to that to kind of fill that gap? And we came up with a Crawl for Hope. We started it 3 years ago. This year will be our third event. The first year we raised over $8,000.
Wow.
Last year we raised about 5,500, but also, mind you, it was snowing and raining. So we got kind of rained out with it. We had everybody under easy ups for the raffle, and it was interesting to say the least. So we're putting it on this year. If we went from doing it in October to August 10th, so it's going to be middle of summer. It should be beautiful weather up here in the Sierras, and yeah, we're hoping to have the best turnout yet with good weather. And we're at a new location, Kingvale Resort up on Donner Summit, because we're looking for something a little more private and could sustain more camping. And this one gives us 50 campsites. So 50, that is. That's a lot of campsites to fill up, or at least have the option to fill them up, when we were just camping in a campground or in a parking lot last year.
So clearly the event is growing.
Definitely.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, we've had a lot of support throughout the last 2 years, but I've noticed this year, anybody that I've reached out to, like, hey, are you guys interested in sponsoring the event? They're stepping up 100% and saying, what do you guys need? What can we do for you? So it's awesome to see the support growing, and also the participants coming out and supporting us, and people just reaching out like, hey, we want to support this event. What can we do?
So maybe you could clear something up for me. Before you came on here, I had to keep calling on Jeremy to help me remember the name of this event, and I kept wanting to call it RC for a Cure. Do you know the history of this event? Is there any connection to that organization at all? None?
No, not at all. So the name of it is A Crawl for Hope. Me and a couple of my friends started this 3 years ago. It is affiliated with no other RC events.
Okay.
And the Keats team, Keats is involved in it, and a couple of my other buddies like Junkyard Crawler and my buddy Rick. But it's pretty much just a few of us just grinding away year round trying to get it set up for when it comes.
And what is the date of this event?
August 10th.
August 10th.
Yeah, and it's at Kingvale Resort in Soda Springs, California.
That is fantastic. So now, obviously, you guys are in that pre-marketing, early kind of get the word out for that early pre-registration, because I know you went over and got yourself a Bobby RC Garage with the whole marketing idea, like with the logo up there and a great backdrop to take photos of and flex and get the word out for this event. We're trying to help you break the algorithm and let new people over here on the East Coast know about that event. But have you gotten that new scale garage hooked up yet? Set up?
So, yes, I did. On our Instagram page, which is A_crawl_for_hope. You'll see pictures of it. So what we did is I ordered a personal garage from my Tahoe RC page, and we got one exactly the same with the Crawl for Hope logo on the back garage door. So what we're going to do is we already have like a little photo stand with a big banner in the back that has a bunch of the Crawl for Hope logos on it. And we're going to set this garage next to it on another table, so people have the opportunity to take a picture in one of his garages with our logo on it, and just kind of get the word out for RC garages, because I know a lot of people know about them, but I know there's so many people that don't know about them, and if they saw them, they'd want them. So, and we also have a 24 garage that we're going to put next to that one that doesn't have a logo, so people with 124s put their car in it, take a picture, and then we're gonna raffle off the 124 garage, and then we have another 124 garage that Bobby donated for the raffle or event.
So the location of this event was where? Did you say?
It's at Kingville Resort in Soda Springs, so it's up on Donner Summit. So if people think about the Donner Party, we're having it up there. We're having it there.
Jeremy, were you ever to that one during Axial Fest or anything?
Yeah.
So Axial Fest was at Donner Ski Ranch. That's where we've held our event for the last 2 years.
Okay. But
as you know, that resort, it's a big open parking lot for camping.
Yeah.
And I wanted something a little more private where it was an RC event, and we were camping up there, and we were just hanging out like a big family, and people couldn't just come in or drive up or, oh, what's going on here? I enjoy the aspect of getting new people in it, but I also want people that are there to feel safe and comfortable and just hanging out with their people and doing their thing and not being interrupted with it all.
Yeah. Hey, make sure you reach out to me about getting about some of the event sponsorship.
Okay, definitely I will.
So I'm sure we can manage to get the word out a little bit better, or a little bit wider, I should say, not better, but just in a wider group of people.
We're amazed this year. We've had some amazing sponsors that have stuck with us from the beginning, like Rock Pirates and Element RC and Joe Ropes and so many others. But like this year, we picked up A Main Hobby, which is a great sponsor. We picked up RC 4-wheel drive, which is going to be huge. So we're really excited that more people are hearing about us, and they're excited about it, and they want to be involved, and that just makes us hyped, and we just want to keep doing it and making it bigger and better.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm looking at your page on Facebook.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah. So and people will see if you follow us on Facebook, any prize that we get, we want to be really transparent with the people that are attending our event. Any prize that we get, we post it up. We thank the person that sent it to us. So you guys that are attending the event or that are seeing what we're doing really see what we're giving away. And like I said, the transparency is there. They're not like, what are we going there for? What are we going to get? The only difference thing we're doing this year is there is going to be a pre-registration because the new location for our event costs us a little bit of money. And we want to be able to still give a decent donation to the foundation or foundations. So it's nothing going to be like Axial Fest or Proline. It's going to be like $25-$30. You'll get a piece of pizza and a soda with that ticket, and you'll get a goodie bag with the license plate from RC Plates and a pin. And we're working on getting PVC patches for the first 250. So it's just a work in progress, but we're doing our best.
Yeah.
So what's very cool, Sean, right now you are being the face. You're putting in the work and getting out this the message and trying to grow the event, but you're not sucking up the spotlight. There is a crew of you. You're not saying I. You understand there is a crew. We also did a carry-all bag for you guys. I was hoping to get a little. We're going to get it shared over to your Instagram page here in the very near future. We've got one for your crew of guys, and we are also doing an edition for anyone that's going to pre-register. So that's something that we're working on right now. What kind of a discount we can offer. So if we'll get that all posted up here in the very near future. But if you're pre-registering for this event, Carryall is going to do everything we can to help give incentive to people to want to pre-register for this event. You pre-register for that event, you'll save some money on the Carryall side. And hey, if you want to flex a special edition bag with your logo and your event, we can make it happen. The matte finish of this logo with that purple on the black bag, I mean, the black and the purple together just pops. It came out really good. I'm so glad you reached out to us, Sean. It's been a pleasure working with you for the last couple of weeks. This is an organization doing it for all the right reasons, and we love the transparency.
Yeah, and so about those carry-all backpacks, pre-registration, all that. So we're working with Oscar over at ASD. I know a lot of people are familiar with ASD crawlers, so we're going to actually jump in on his website and take a little spot of it and do pre-registration, which should be
Love
up.
it.
I'm hoping to get it up in the next next week, if not 2 weeks. We're going to be pre-selling t-shirts, men's and women's. We're going to be pre-selling hoodies, and we're also going to be doing the carry-all backpacks on that website. So there'll be an automatic link where you can just click on the link. It'll bring you right over to Carry-all's website, and you can order them directly from Mike. So when that stuff goes live, it's our first time doing it. We're doing our best. We're working on the descriptions and the pictures of the shirts, and just trying to do it as legit as possible and easiest. So it's very, like we're trying to do, transparent. You see what you're getting, and go from there. I'm hoping to put the shirts around like $20-$25. The hoodies probably $35. You know, obviously larger sizes are going to cost $1 or $2 more, but we're super excited to bring this to everybody this year with the whole merchandise and backpack and swag bags at the door and all that. It touches all of our hearts that people are helping us out in that manner and making this possible, because without sponsors and without people like you, Mike, and everybody else, this is not possible.
That's it's what it takes. One person helping another. That's what makes the hobby move forward. People, small businesses helping small business and helping. You know, we're honored to get behind what you're doing.
Well,
Jeremy, we did everything right today. So we got the dumb joke of the day. We did the day in history. I think it's absolutely appropriate to put them in the hot seat and do this or that. No questions asked. This isn't a question. You're going to sit in the hot seat, Sean. We're going to come at you rapid fire. I'm going to pull up the Jeopardy music in the background. We're going to do it. We are wheels up, and let me turn that down. So, can you hear me all right there, Sean?
I can.
We put some new ones together, so I'm excited to take some of these out for a spin and see how they work out. A little test drive with these. These could be, I could either fall flat on my face or it's going to be a hit. All right, Sean, we set the time clock for 1 minute. The grand prize, you're playing for the prize, all right? But you don't know what the prize is till the end. Call. It's very simple. This or that. Call or text.
Text.
Train or airplane.
Train.
Go to a bar or go to church.
I don't go to bars, so church.
Autobot or Decepticon.
Autobot.
Pizza or Chinese food.
Pizza.
You only got 1 minute, so we gotta speed this up.
Okay.
PlayStation or Xbox.
PlayStation.
Nintendo or Sega.
Nintendo.
Slot machines or blackjack.
Slot machines.
Alexan or a hard body.
Alexan.
Medical use or recreational.
Recreational.
Burger or hot dog.
Burger.
Ketchup or mustard.
Ketchup.
Jeep or truck.
Truck.
Jack it up or slam it.
Jack it up.
On-road or off-road.
Off-road.
Win the lottery or meet your soulmate.
I've already met my soulmate.
Oh, there's your Valentine's Day card to your wife. She's watching, I know it. All right. Flat rail or C-channel.
Flat rail, because I love my Rock Pirates Interceptor rails.
We got a plug worked in here too.
Yeah.
All right. Coke or Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Hunt or fish.
Hunt.
KFC or Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Action movie or comedy.
Comedy.
Cat or dog.
Dog.
Summer or winter.
Summer by far, because I live in the snow.
Okay. I lost my spot. Sunrise or sunset.
Sunrise.
Guacamole or salsa.
Guacamole.
Facebook or Instagram.
Instagram.
Samsung or iPhone?
iPhone.
Monopoly or Life?
Monopoly.
College football or NFL?
NFL.
Walk or run?
Walk.
UFO or Bigfoot?
Bigfoot.
Air guitar. Oh, you said Bigfoot?
Yeah.
No. Air guitar or air drums?
Air guitar.
Tattoos or piercings?
Tattoos.
BMX or skateboard?
BMX.
X Games or Olympics?
X Games.
And that wraps it up. You win. Yay! Where's some cheering at? Was that fun? We get a little deeper look and softer side look at what you're all about, and we
Yeah,
get that fun doing it.
I like it.
Just a little segment we get to play here each week with a guest. We enjoy it. It's fun. We can't thank you enough for being a good sport. Jeremy, Mr. Addies RC, what is your words of wisdom for this man? Do you have any thoughts, feedback, besides wanting him to reach out to you personally to help with the sponsoring side?
Yeah, if you could shoot me a message on my page, just so when I get home I remember to do it when I'm getting my kids in bed and everything, I will reach out to you. I'll wait till tomorrow morning because it's a little bit later for you guys, but yeah.
My words of wisdom are stick with it. It's worth doing, and don't give up on what you want to see out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell a lot of people are like, oh, you put on an event, that must be fun. And I want people to understand it's more work than a lot of people understand. And it takes the army. It truly does, with the sponsors and the backing and like Mike doing the carry-all and the garage from just everybody. It does. It's not as easy as it looks, but at the end of it, when you're standing up there doing the event, it's amazing to see everybody and just see all the love in the hobby and people helping each other out. That's what I do it for. That's what it's all about, is to help people and have fun with my friends and family and do something we love.
Yep.
Well, fantastic. Sean, we can't thank you enough for coming on here. Hopefully, we will keep in touch to help you promote, and the second that everything goes up and live and the pre-registration starts, we will make sure we make that announcement again. We will put your Instagram information up here also so people will know where to find you, especially you guys out there on the West Coast. It's an event you want to get to, and if you got somebody like Oscar from ASD Crawl in your corner, you're in good hands. You are in good hands, my friend.
Yeah. I appreciate that, and everybody, I appreciate your time, and give our event page a look, and yeah, just give us a follow and
Will do. Sorry, I hit that button too soon. We will give your page a look, and Sean, we can't thank you enough. We just wanted to get you wrapped up in time for you to get to dessert, sir.
I appreciate it, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Later.
Now I can do it. I did it too soon. Oh, now you want to do that? Oh, I might as well do one of these too. Last time I did that. Whoa, I didn't want to do that again. Stop.
Oh, det var helt förfärligt.
Oh, don't leave me alone with these soundboards.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy, now that it's just you and I back here again with nobody around, what happened to you this week, sir? Let's get back there. That's better. No, not in a bad way. I was hoping to get a look at your workbench. What came in, scale mail? Anything new and exciting?
Scale mail was kind of good this week, but it was also that rate there is new. That's the Ascent Fusion. I got the shop truck. I got a bunch of stuff. Small parts are coming in for the detail pieces. When you go through mock-up stages, you just use what you have handy. But the SSD motor came in, the RC four-wheel drive trans came in, the Team K&K spacer kit came in. About a bunch of little stuff like that. I actually made some aluminum inner fenders today for the front because I just didn't like that open hood seeing straight down to the tires. What else did I get for it? Wheels and tires from a Tamiya Euro truck, the TTO one. So it's got like a lowered, kind of like a 1-ton look to it. Yeah, a lot of stuff on that little truck. The Ascent
And-
18 came in.
Is that the one where you're putting those cool fuel tanks like up
Yeah.
underneath the seat? Yeah. Okay.
Yep, got fuel tanks made and sent off to a couple people I want to collaborate with on making different ways to do those fuel tanks.
Because you played with resin this week, didn't you?
Yes, I did mold. I did silicone molds and poured some resin, and I liked it. It was easier than I thought it was. Now
So,
good set of molds that I can continue to use. So it's cool.
so somebody with that same body only could use them, or
Yeah,
is there
the fuel tanks are very specific to
that body?
That body. Not they weren't made for that body. They were made for a different body that's no longer made, but they fit this one very nicely.
Okay.
It's just happenstance. But yeah, that fuel tank, that fuel cell, it's saddle tanks for a GM truck. So
Yeah.
it's pretty specific.
Well, my question is about the resin. Is
Yeah.
that what it?
Yeah,
It
resin.
was it a 2-part resin? Like, is there how much time do you have to work with it? Is it expensive?
So I did slow cure resin. The silicone mold came out great. I used the styrene as I'd
Like a
pull
tray.
Yeah. So it's hollow, so you
Yep.
can put your electronics on this side, and then this piece goes on the top, and then this would be like where the driver's seat is, and then this is the bed, and then it's got the fuel fill on the side. So you can take the top off, and this would be where you put your receiver or speed control or whatever, and then you can hide it. So that's the idea. But made the silicone mold out of that, weighed it down with some screws, but not enough to sink it, but enough to get it flat and level, which was a trick because it's like how many screws and density. And I just put screws in with tweezers until it started to sink too much, and I pulled one back. And then I poured and cast the resin.
So it's a 2-part mold,
Yep.
just like that piece that you made. They'll go together.
So 2 pieces. They'll go, one's slightly bigger than the other because this piece goes inside of that piece. But yeah, they're
Solid.
they came out pretty good. Yeah.
Wow. So can you get the resin then in different colors? Because clearly that's clear. Like,
Yeah, this is clear. And I
Clearly.
got it clearly because I got it specifically because it was the cheapest thing on Amazon that day.
okay.
And it was delivered overnight. I'm fortunate that the Amazon fulfillment center is about 7 miles from my house. So I get things in hours, not days.
They don't use a drone, do they? By any chance, they're not like airlifting it. Okay.
because I would start skeet shooting. But yeah, it's skeet shooting with prizes is what they call it. But I don't
Like a claw machine, shooting the claw machine and having it drop.
Yeah, most of our deliveries come from people that work there that they can make extra money if they drop off stuff on their way home from work from their shift. So I'll get stuff in the middle of the day, the middle of the night, like random cars. It's just
Yeah.
area.
They're not even coming in an Amazon marked vehicle. These are like people in their personal cars coming. Oh, that's
like-
awesome.
Yeah, the Wednesday stuff comes in the van, and the rest of the stuff just sporadically throughout the day.
So
Yeah,
your
that's about it for me.
the slow cure resin, was it a 2-part or it's in one bottle and you just dump it?
2 parts. It's a AB.
2 parts.
What I found, and the silicone was a learning experience because that was mixed by weight. So I had to set up a scale for that. And the resin is mixed by volume. So, reading is fundamental. Read the instructions. Don't be ashamed so you don't hurt yourself to read the instructions. I wore gloves and some safety glasses and all that good fun stuff.
Does it smell, or is it sort of like a no?
The clear was low to no odor.
Okay.
The same with the silicone. Low to no odor. I picked it because I do it in the basement. And it just read the instructions and it mixed. Both of them were 2-part. The silicone set up in about 12 hours. The resin took 24 to get a hard cure, but it was set pretty well. It was still a little pliable at like 8 hours, but it was hard cured 24 hours.
Does it use like a light, like a resin printer would have, or you're not putting like a LED or what?
No.
Just
No,
air
just
cure.
Air cure. Yeah, 2-part epoxy. It didn't even get hot. Like it never got hot. Like I didn't mix it hot for it to actually build heat. So yeah, it was fine. It was less interesting. Like after I did it the first time, and then I did a second pull and a third pull. This is actually the third pull because I wanted to get them out to those other guys to kind of bring a vision together. But it's kind of mundane and boring now, but it's another tool for the toolbox.
Exactly.
Do it
that
again.
was my next question. Was it has to be getting your wheels turning to the point of where else could you adapt this method to, as you're adding tools to your box, it's cool to have these little tricks up your sleeve. Like, oh, that's the perfect time to get the resin mold.
Yep. So
that's one thing I've never tried.
Mold. Yeah, no longer afraid of that. I can do that.
Like you come across things, hydro dipping, powder coating, like there's no other good reason just to simply say you tried it. Brazing, soldering, like everything comes along. It is very exciting. So I was definitely interested to hear how that all went. So I would love to see if there's a way to have that as a useful tool in my box for something. I'm not sure exactly off the top of my head where I would try and do it. I know I wanted to do these little cinder blocks, little scale, and I didn't want to 3D print them all. So on Thingiverse, you can buy.
That's the absolute advantage is
doing 30 at a time.
Do it in the silicone and do 30, 40 of them at one time in one sheet. Like scale cinder blocks you can do on a cookie sheet and just fill a whole cookie sheet with silicone and then just put mortar mix in it and you can make them out of real concrete. I have some of those. Oh. Yeah. So concrete.
Oh. And do they chip away? You could chip away at them a little bit?
Yep.
Wow. No, that's cool.
And they got some porousness in them.
Yeah, super detailed. Yeah, I like that.
You see some of the porous marks in them. But yeah, they're like you could do tons of these at one time, or your K walls, or whatever you want to do for your drift machines.
Well, exactly. Or even when those tank guys, when they were doing the tanks that shot the BBs, they were setting up all those little army diorama scenes, chip away at them. Yeah. Definitely cool. Well, I already spoiled what we got. We got that little Muse. We got some fun stuff from Temu this week. But it's all hands on deck for Nets. And that is this weekend coming up, correct?
Yep. Yeah, Nets is the event starts 9 a.m. on Saturday. And goes through the day. And then I'll probably head home I might stay at a hotel that night and then head home.
So if if I'm calculating correctly, you pretty much have to skim like right past me.
Yeah, going straight up 95.
So,
Yeah.
so if I'm
you-
standing on 95 with the thumb up, is there room for me to jump
yeah,
in the back?
yes, stand by the biggest puddle, and I'll
I'm stopping.
I won't
I
swerve. But yeah, it's in Manchester, New Hampshire. So yeah, it's a haul, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's like 6 hours or something. But it'll be an experience, and
But this is getting boom at this event. That is like the
yes, yeah.
big
I
piece of
got
this.
a lot of cool stuff from Boom Racing. They sent a lot of cool stuff for Trevor to give out as prizes and whatnot.
Well,
I got a bunch of
Tre-
lanyards, a bunch of new product that hasn't been seen yet. That'll be released up there, so it's kind of cool.
Trevor's an OG when it comes to boom. Him and Jason go way back. So
Yep. And it was important to highlight some of Trevor's events, and it's been difficult, and right time, right place, right face, and I
perfect.
plugged in. So.
Perfect.
Like from here down are all boom trucks.
Right. Pretty soon you're gonna have to have a separate wall. That wall will be all boom.
We're gonna have to have like the axial wall, the element wall, the RC4 drive wall, the boom wall. Yeah.
That's
I
bad.
already had to put up a shelf just for the 24th and the 18th. Yeah.
They do multiply like rabbits. And you're actually a good boy because you do get rid of some of your stuff. You are actually kind of a behaved person. You do keep certain ones, but you're okay. You're okay leaving them go.
Yeah, there's 12 of them up here, and there's some more in the back.
Wow.
But it's all brands too. It's Kyosho Mini Z.
Yep.
It's the Axials. It's the Traxxas. It's the FMS. It's all of them. And I got 12th scale element truck over on this side. I got works in progress all over the place.
Speaking of Element, we do want to thank Element for helping keep the lights on here week after week. I am anxious to know what you think about the new Bushido from Element with their 12 scale version.
I would love to have one.
Because
they did some updates to that platform, and I really I'm trying not to buy another one. But I like
they killed it with that body. It's like they made it like a 10th scale Bushido now.
Yeah,
it
would fit in
really well at USTE. It would fit in well there.
It's got metal links where the Enduro does have plastic. It's Reef now has a 3D printable, so you can put a full size servo in there. It's $1.99 download. Spare Time Hobbies has an aluminum mount or stainless steel mount that goes in there. I have one of those to put a full size servo in it. It doesn't need it, but I want it. I just like working with that size servo. I'm accustomed to it. But there's the Bushido, the 12 scale Bushido it's on my list.
Yeah. Well, on our list, I'm hoping when you get back to PA or back to home, we can start taking a closer look at putting the Bamboo and the Creality up against each other here. I was actually going to put that interior from Knights Customs in the Hoonigan. It's a Hoonicorn, I guess.
The Hoonicorn, yeah.
Yes, but the whole time I got the truck, and I'm like, oh, it's not the truck. It was the car. So now I got the truck body, and I'm like, I screwed up. Yeah, it's dialed in for the car.
Yeah.
But what's going to be cool is I can't wait to see. You're not putting it in that car. I promise you. I already can look through you and know you're looking to see where else it can be adapted. I know, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm excited for, is to see where else you can fit this thing, because it does say in the small print on the Knights file that it's adaptable for
Yeah.
other platforms, suggested for that truck, but anything can be modified.
Absolutely true. I'll break it till it fits, or make it till it fits, or however they say that.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we checked everything off the list that we were supposed to. I even had a chance to yell at Trevor for not being on here, but we did get a chance to shout him out, so we know where you're going to be next week. Beat the Creek is right around the corner. Things are up and running. Oh, there's something else coming up. There's a JSTE event, I think, in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I'm not. Do you know anything about that? It's in PETA.
JSTE is April 13th.
April 13th.
Yeah, the Jersey Scale Truck Experience.
Jersey, yes. They got the expo and they went with experience. I like that. I was like,
Hoagland RC Speedway.
yes. Are you thinking of coming to that?
I won't be able to, because that
Okay.
would be back to backs. And actually we have our event at Hartford Rocks.
Hartford. Yep.
I think Sunday.
Okay.
The 14th is our Hartford Rocks event, I believe. So I can't run to Jersey and then back. It's like 2-hour drive to where
Right.
they're at for me.
Well, the plan is for me on that Saturday, I'm hoping to go up there and just see what these guys are up to. Just go have some fun, take the day off, and go up there and hang out and support what they're doing locally. I think Adam and Aiden Builds are going to be over there, so a few people we know. So it'll be exciting. It's closer for me.
Yeah, you got some good carry-all representation going up there too.
Yeah, it's good people. It'll be great to see. It's a first go at this for this event for these guys. So we'll go see what I think. Joe Harrington from the Jersey, what was his thing? The Jersey Devil that he made.
Yeah.
That deadly little land anchor. that thing was
land anchor that draws blood.
Yeah. Be careful. You thought a Carry-All X was deadly. You get this thing near you.
Yeah. I can't
You'll
believe
know
you
it.
slapped that in your hand.
I did. I cupped it. It was magic. I'm like, that really hurt as it's bleeding.
I've accidentally stabbed myself several times with one of those.
It catches on the rock. It did what it was supposed to.
It does. Yeah, you can just throw it in the woods and it'll catch on something.
You're right.
You don't have to set it. You just kind of throw it and it just locks onto the. It could be an ankle. It could be a tree root. It doesn't matter.
It will find a spot. Yeah. All right. Well, we did our part. We hit all the marks tonight. So fantastic. Thank you for hanging out. People, we are going to close with an outro video, and make sure you leave a comment if you want to see Jeremy do any tricks on the next show. Please let us know what you want him to do next time. Thank you, and make sure you get over to @ease RC during the week. The Rad Show page goes silent during the week. Like, this is a 1 day a week kind of outlet, but it's not all quiet. Just go over to @ease RC during the week. That's where
There's
this mad
back and forth across the pages.
The mad scientist.
When we have guests on, go hit the sub. Stick it out for a little while, see what they're up to, and you definitely need to look at some other platforms on YouTube other than your norms. Shake it up once in a while. You'd be surprised what's out there, and there's some pretty cool stuff out there. 1-1 stuff. Like if you're doing these shop trucks, you need to sub to some of these 1-1 builders, like Salvage to Savage. Like they do a lot of this content on the full scale, and it's a lot of stuff that you can carry over to your 10 scales. So keep your eyes open. If you're building something like that, go hit the 1-1 channels and see how they're doing it, and then just scale it down or mimic the look. So that's all.
And that was like a segment I was hoping that you could bring, because I do know that you are trying to use YouTube to its full benefit, and you watch these different one-to-one shows and pulling. I mean, the Golden Nugget, like, like perfect example of what you were doing there. So listen to the wisdom.
That's Off-Road Recovery. If you want to see one of my builds, go back to when they gave Ed when they revealed the Golden Nugget to Ed, which is the older gentleman that they have on site. He's kind of like their security guy. Go look at that. And Robbie Layton gives him a scale Golden Nugget. They actually did a whole thing where it was in the trailer by itself, and they were like, "Who shrunk the Nugget?" I built that and gave that to Ed. And then when I was out in Hurricane the year before last at Veterans Day, I went in and checked on him. The battery had gone south, and gave him a new battery. And him and the guys from Matt's kind of played RC a little bit. So a lot of these YouTubers are into scale trucks, so it's appreciated. You definitely need to check out some of that stuff, some of that content.
And I think that's the perfect reason why I brought that up in the beginning about that magazine. Like, the main reason that I got this was to get scale RC ideas for it. Like, okay, you can't get any more scale or realistic if they're literally putting it in here. So magazines work, but YouTube, go follow the videos and see what they're doing and get your ideas. It all ties back to scale RC.
And on Instagram, Auto Atrocities. So I would have never built the D90 van had I not seen it on Auto Atrocities on Instagram. So
really,
I mean, who thinks to build something like this? A snub-nosed Defender van,
right?
Like this was a bad Photoshop, and they had it on Auto Atrocities, and I was like, "Yep, I'm going to build that." And I built it in 10 scale. You worked with Defender
first
to make them in 1/18 scale. So I have two of these. I have a white one and my original one that I made.
The yellow one, right? Like that.
So draw some inspiration from out there. Build something new. Don't keep copying what you see. Build it unique. That's the beauty of the hobby. Build what's in your mind's eye to the best of your ability, and then try it again with something else.
And I think the perfect thing to say to that is then push your creativity, push the limits of your skill, like learn resin, learn 3D printing, like that, like new painting techniques. I got new paintbrushes today to start practicing scale graffiti. So I've been watching YouTube videos of these little graffiti artists because I'm putting a bathroom stall in my scale garage, but I need to draw perverted things on the wall for a good time. Call Jenny. But I had to get certain pens, paint markers to write that tiny because, it's... But I'm literally teaching myself how to draw small so it looks real up on the inside of a bathroom stall that you'll never see. But I'll know it's there.
It's a challenge. It's a hobby, so you should keep moving forward. And that's how I've evolved. Like this is a collection of evolution for me. Started with one thing and then perfected it and then added it to something else and then added it to something else, and before you know it, your dollhouse building trophy winning trucks for USTE. It takes time to master all those skills, but it's a hobby.
My tip that I will leave everyone with is do not try and keep up with the Joneses, because Everybody's budget is different. When 99.9% of us are retiring bodies, not everyone can retire a full RTR like that on a shelf, and don't even try. Like, so do not do it. Just stay in your lane, do your thing, and don't try and live up to what your neighbor is doing.
Yeah.
Because we'll never keep up with you.
Yeah. And my advice is keep in mind, it's not really advice. It's just, yeah, it's general advice. Budget isn't just money. It's time. Don't over budget time. You can't build an Eiffel Tower if you don't have Eiffel Tower time budget or money budget. Just build what you can in the time that you have allotted for it within reason. Don't abandon your family. Don't abandon your pets.
That's
Don't-
where I was
don't
hoping
give
you were
things up.
going.
Do it. It's a hobby. It's supposed to fill gaps in time to expand your mind and your horizons and build relationships and community. It's not a competition. Even with yourself, it's not a competition unless you enjoy the hobby that way or competing with yourself. But that's about it.
Well said. We're going to end it on that.
Yeah, man.
All
Get
right.
outta
Thank
here.
you,
I'm
sir.
hungry.
Let's get out of here. Me too. I'm going to go eat me some dinner. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sit tight. Let me close you out. Boom. Let me slide over here. We'll do an official outro since I am in control. Element RC. I promise you, with Beat the Creek coming, Element RC will probably have something in the works. If not, we'll have a bunch of our Element trucks there. I'm bringing my Zool. Fun stuff for Beat the Creek. So, Element, thank you week after week for helping us keep the lights on. We are going to end this stream right now because I need to blow my nose. I can feel me getting all stuffed up here. So, we're closing out right now.